بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحسن إذا شئت سهلا بحولك وقوتك يا أرحم الراحمين. بسم الله. Good morning, my dear students. And let's start the general equation of the straight line. آلاء، أمنة، ملك، محمد صبحي، رامي، شهد and Hasib. Good morning, my dear students. The mics now. I opened your mics. You can talk with me. So who can tell me the general equation of the straight line? The form of the general form of the equation of the straight line. I want someone to tell me. Yes. Ala.
Y equal mx plus
complete Ala. Y equal mx plus what?
c.
Plus c. Yes, very good. So y equal mx plus c. Ala, can you complete with me to tell me what's m? M is what?
M is the gradient.
M is the gradient of the straight line, and c is
the y-intercept.
The y-intercept. Thanks. Excellent. So if he asked me to find the equation of the straight line with gradient 3 and the y-intercept is -2, if the gradient equal 3 and the y-intercept equals -2, who can find the equation of the straight line with gradient 3 and the y-intercept equal -2? Hussein, the question now is find the equation of the straight line with gradient 3 and if y-intercept equal -2. Hussein, answer. Hussein Ashraf. Okay, Muhammad Awad. Only Ala can solve. Subhi.
Y equal 3x plus y equal 3x minus 2.
Y equals 3x minus 2. Y equals 3x minus 2 is true answer. Thanks, Dr. Muhammad Subhi. Y equals 3x minus 2. This is the general equation, or this is the equation of the straight line with gradient 3 and the y-intercept equals -2. So please go to your book, page number 225. Page 225. He said, for the following linear equations, calculate both gradient and y-intercept. I think all of us can solve the page number 325. He gave me different forms of the equations. For example, number 1, he said y equals 2x plus 1. I think easily we can find the gradient, and the gradient in this case equals 2, and the y-intercept equals what? And the y-intercept equals 1. But come with me to question number 5. Question number 5 at the same page, page 325. Question number 5. 5a. He said y plus 2 over 4 equals 1 over 2x. Find the gradient of the straight line and the y-intercept. Find the gradient of the straight line and the y-intercept. Who can find the gradient and the y-intercept? To find the gradient and the y-intercept, you should write the equation at the form of y equals. Write y the subject of this equation. Shahd? I repeat the question again. The question is, if the equation of the straight line is y plus 2 over 4 equals 1 over 2x, find the gradient of the straight line and find the y-intercept. Fariha? So don't, I'll help you. I'll help you. It's not a problem. Just try and I'll help you. Amna? Sure, it's not hard. Write the equation y equals. So we have it y plus 2 over 4 equals. Y plus 2 over 4 equals. So the problem is plus 2 and divide 4. We will do the inverse of the operations. Division, divide 4, and addition. We will do the inverse of the division. The inverse of the division is multiplication. So it will be y plus 2 equal 4 multiply 1 over 2x. Who can explain what happened? So because here at the left side we have over 4 or divide 4, so we will send the divide 4 to the other side, but it will be multiply 4. 4 multiply 1 over 2x, it will be 2x. So now we have y plus 2 equals 2x. So the last step, I'll send the positive 2 to the other side. It will be y equal to x minus 2. I think now if he asked me find the gradient of the equation and find the y-intercept, it will be easier to find it. Rami? Rami? Rami, you want me to repeat the equation? You want me to repeat the question? Rami? Rami, are you with us? Muhammad? Muhammad? Okay, Malak? I can see 3 hands. What about the others? Shahd, Amna, Subhi, Ala. So what about Freha? What about Hussein? What about Malak? Muhammad Awad, Rami, Shadi? Shadi? Malak? Malak, open your mic and solve with us. Malak? Shahd? What of this? Shahd, you can solve. You can open your mic and solve.
فرح بتهرب أول ما يقول answer please.
Yes, Ala, answer.
Yes, gradient
Let's-
equal to
Let's solve it together, Ala. The equation is y equal to x minus 2. Okay? So what is the coefficient of x? What is the number with x?
2.
So this is the gradient. Thank you, Ala. So what about the y-intercept? The absolute term without x. What is it?
Negative 2.
It's a negative 2. So the gradient is 2 and the y-intercept is negative 2. Excellent, Ala. Thanks. So I'll teach you something. It's too important, but please pay attention. If we have two parallel straight lines, again, if we have two parallel straight lines, that means the gradient of the first one equal the gradient of the second one. So if we have two parallel straight lines, so the two gradients are equal. Or if the two gradients of two straight lines are equal, so the two straight lines are parallel. For example, if we have y equals 2x plus 7, and another equation of another straight line, y equal 2x minus 1. What is the relation between the two straight lines? I need someone to explain the relation between the two straight lines, y equal to x plus 7 and y equal to x minus 1. Subhi?
Both of them have the same gradient.
1 minute. So the same gradient. So do you have any meaning of the same gradient, Muhammad? What is the meaning of the same gradient?
That both of them are going in the same shape or in the same form.
So the two straight lines are parallel. The two straight lines are parallel. Thank you, Muhammad. So if the two straight lines have the same gradient, so the two straight lines are parallel. Any problem? In your book, page number 327. Question number 1. I need someone to read question number 1 in page number 327. 327. Hussein? Hussein? So what's this? Okay, Muhammad, read. Straight line. Subhi.
A straight line has equation 3y minus 3x equals 4. Write down the equation of another straight line parallel to it.
Any other straight line which is parallel to this straight line. First, Muhammad, can you write the equation of the straight line 3y minus 3x?
3y equal 3x plus 4.
Very good. So it's 3y minus 3x equal 4. Your friend said, Mr. Abdurrahman, I write it 3y equals 3x plus 4. This will be the first step. So what will be the second step, Muhammad? I want the equation to be y equals.
So y equal 3x plus 4 all over 3.
So what's your opinion to divide each term by 3? So divide 3x by 3 and divide 4 by 3. 3x divided 3 equals?
1 or only x.
Very good. 3x divided 3 equal 1x. 3 divided 3 equals 1, and it will be 1x plus
4/3.
yes, very good, plus 4/3. This is the equation of the given straight line. So what about the required straight line? He wants me to write any equation of another straight line which is parallel to y equal x plus 4/3. Muhammad, I'll ask you, what is the gradient of this equation?
X or only one?
Only one. The gradient is the number with x, the coefficient of x. So the gradient of this equation is 1. Thank you, Muhammad. Another one to complete. Amna? Amna? Amna, are you with us? Okay, Shahd. Shahd. So, who can read the question? Only read the question. Shahd. Anyone can read. He can read. Read directly. Don't raise your hand. Read directly. I don't know what it is. Ala. We need another equation
Yes.
of another straight line which is parallel to this straight line. Ala, so,
Okay.
so the gradient of the other straight line, it will be what?
1.
Very good. So it will be y equals
X, for example, minus 3.
1x. With any other thing, with anything, your friend said, Mr. Abdurrahman, it will be y equal x minus 3, x plus 2, x minus 5, x plus half, anything with any y-intercept, no problem with the y-intercept, but the gradient of the first straight line is 1, and also the gradient of the second straight line is also 1. Question number 2, who will solve with me? Question number 2. I have only 2 students, Muhammad Subhi and Ala. Muhammad Subhi and Ala. And the rest are sleeping. So where are you, Fariha? Where are you, Hussein? Where are you, Amna? Where are you, Malak? Where are you, Mashari? Muhammad Awad, where are you? Rami? Shahd? Shadi? Do you hear me? If you can hear me, please open your mic and read question number 2. Anyone? So it's impossible to complete like that.
Yes.
Only Ala. Ala, Amna, Amna.
Yes,
Question number 2. Where are you, Amna?
there was some problem earlier in my mic.
Okay. Read question number 2. We are in page number 327. Question number 2.
A straight line has equation y equal negative x plus 6. Which of the following lines is or are parallel to it?
Yes. So he's asking me about straight line with gradient of what? With gradient -1. Because the gradient of this straight line is -1. So which straight line of these straight lines has the gradient -1? Let's start with the first one, with A. Let's start with A. Amna, can you write the first equation? It's 2 multiply y 2 multiply y plus x equals a negative 5. Can you write this equation? Y equals?
Yes.
Yes. So
We
the
can
first,
take,
yes, the
we
first
can
step,
divide it. We
yes,
can divide it by
yes,
5.
excellent, very good. I'll divide the two sides by 2. So it will be y plus x equal negative 5 over 2. Then y equals?
Y equals negative x minus 5 over 2.
Yes, very good, minus 5 over 2. So what will be the gradient of this straight line?
Negative 1.
So this straight line is parallel to the first straight line. That's right, Amna?
Yes.
What is the reason? Why?
Because they have the same gradient.
Thanks, excellent. Thank you, Amna. Be with us. Shahid, can you complete please with B?
Sir Shat is saying that her mic isn't working.
Oh, okay. So what about the others? Muhammad Awad? Muhammad? My sons and daughters, it's easy. The method is write the equation y equal. Write y, the subject of the equation. Write y in one side, alone in one side. So I'll solve B. I'll solve B with you. So the equation is negative 3x, negative 3y plus 7 equals 0. How to write this equation y equals? The first step, I'll send the negative 3x and the positive 1 to the other, and the positive 7 to the other side. So it will be negative 3y equals 3x minus 7. Any questions? And the last step is to divide by negative 3. So y equals 3x divide negative 3 minus 7 divide negative 3. So the last step, it will be y equals 3 divide negative 3 equals a negative 1. It will be negative x plus 7 over 3. From where plus? Negative divided negative equal positive. And write 7 over 3 as it is. So now the gradient of this equation is also negative 2, is also negative 1. It's the same. So B also is parallel to the equation y equal negative x plus 6. And by the same, what about equation number, the letter C? What about C? Mashari, can you help? Mashari, we have the equation y equals negative x plus 6. And the question is 2y equal negative x plus 12 is parallel to y equal negative x plus 6? This is the question. So we will find the gradient of the first equation. The gradient is negative 1. And what about the gradient of the second equation? Don't say it's a negative 1 also. Why? Because this is not y equal. This is 2y equal. I must divide by 2 first. So it will be y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 12 over 2. Mr. Abdurrahman, from where 1? Negative x means a negative 1x. So I'll divide it by 2. It will be negative 1 over 2. So the gradient of the equation is negative 1 over 2. So the two straight lines are not parallel. The two straight lines are not parallel. Okay. The second part of this page, 327, the next part is how to draw the equation of the straight line. I'll give you the equation of the straight line and I'll ask you to draw it. It's easy to make it. For example, if I asked you to draw the equation of the straight line y equals 2x minus 1. To draw the equation y equal to x minus 1, I'll make small table. I'll put in it 3 values, any 3 values for the letter x, and I'll find the corresponding values for y. So for example, I'll put -1, 0, 1 for x. Now substitute with x equal -1 in the equation. It will be at x equals -1, then y equals 2 multiply -1 minus 1. 2 multiply -1 equals -2, minus 1, it will be -3. So this is the value of y when x equals -1. Then I'll find the value of y when x equals 0. So it will be -1. Then I'll find the value of y when x equals 1. So it will be 1. From where? Substitute with x equal 1, 2 multiply 1 equals 2, minus 1 equals 1. Now, draw the axis, x-axis and y-axis, and plot the points -1 and the -3, 0 and the -1, and the last point is 1 and 1. 1 and 1. So this is the straight line, and we can draw any straight line if we have the equation of it. In page number 328, exercise 28.6. In this exercise, he wants me to draw the equations of the straight lines. For example, let's solve 3a. 3a. Exercise 28.6 in page number 328. Who can solve it? Subhi and Ala again. So Rami is sleeping. Rami, where are you, Rami? Rami, where are you? Rami, if you have problem in your mic, you can raise your hand. If you have problem in your mic, you can raise your hand. Okay. Malak. It's impossible to be like that. Okay, Subhi, solve with us.
First, make it y equals the y subject.
Read the equation, please.
X plus y over 2 equals 1.
Plus y over 2 equals 1. So the first step, your friend said, I'll make y the subject. So it will be x plus y equals
2 multiply 1
equals 2, thanks. Then y equals
negative x
plus 2.
plus 2.
Very good, plus 2. Muhammad, how now you know how to draw?
Yes.
Yes, table, 3 values for the letter x. For example, 0, 1, and 2. Any 3 values. Muhammad, substitute to find the corresponding values of y.
So negative
x-
0 plus 2 equals 2. So
Yes,
when
0
x
0 plus 2
so y
equals 2. Yes, good. When x equals 1,
it will be 1.
it will be negative 1 plus 2 equals 1. Very good. When x equals 2,
Equals 0.
equals 0. I think it's easy to plot the points 0 and 2. 0 and 2 it will be on the y-axis, 0 and 2, 1 and 1, and the last point is 2 and 0. I think we can match the 3 points to have the straight line. It's not hard. By the same way, you can complete page number 328. In page number 329, is asking me to solve the two simultaneous equations together. Two equations together. Okay, so please, my sons, go to page number 330. Page 330. Ala, please, exercise 28.7. Read question number 1.
Okay. Solve the stimulating equation below. I by graphical means and by algebraic means.
Okay.
The first one, x plus y equal 5 and x minus y equal 1.
X plus y equals 5 and x minus y equals 1. So he wants me to solve this question by two methods, graphically and algebraically. First, let's start with B, algebraically. How to find the intersection point or how to find the solution for the two equations together. Ala, do you know how to solve the two equations together?
Yes.
Yes.
Firstly, we'll cancel y because we subtracted.
We
So
will
we'll cancel the two y.
We will add the two equations, that's right? Only add.
Yes.
So positive
Okay.
y and the negative y, the sum is 0. So we have 2x.
Yes. Equals 6.
Very good. Then only 1x equals 6 divided 2.
Equals 3.
Then x equals 3. How to find the value of y?
We'll substitute 3 instead of x, so
Yes.
we will get y.
3
So
plus
for example,
y
3 y equals 5.
equals 5. Then
So
y
y equals 5 minus 3.
Then y equals 2. Excellent.
Yes.
So the solution is x equals 3 and y equals 2. This is the second part. This is algebraic mean. So this is algebraic method. This is the second method. Okay, now how to solve it using the first method graphically. How to solve the two equations graphically. My sons and daughters, I'll make a small table. I'll draw the two equations. I'll draw the two straight lines. I'll make small table for the first equation and another table for the second equation. Put x equal x and y, any three values for x, and find the corresponding values for y. Now, I'll draw the two straight lines. The two straight lines of the two equations, the two straight lines will intersect at one point. This point will be 3 and 2. The intersection point will be 3 and 2. The two straight lines will intersect at this point. So x will be 3 and y is 2. This is the answer of the two equations together. Understood? If you have any question in this part, you can raise your hand to ask. Here, to solve the two equations together, I'll draw the two straight lines, and the intersection point of the two straight lines will be the answer. The x coordinate will be the value of x, and the y coordinate will be the value of y. It's clear? Okay, so the last part, two important rules. Number one, how to calculate the length of a line segment. If I have the line segment AB, if I know the coordinates of the point A and the coordinates of the point B, how to calculate the length of this line segment? The length of the line segment will be, so for example, if this point A1 and 2, and this point is 3 and 3. How to calculate the length of this point? The length of a line segment AB equals the square root of x2 minus x1 power 2, x2 minus x1 power 2 plus y2 minus y1 also power 2. Again, the rule, the length of a line segment, if I know the two end points, will be square root of x minus x power 2, I mean x1 minus x2, or x2 minus x1, any x minus x, plus y minus y power 2. So let's solve the previous question. If A equals 1 and 2 and B equals 3 and 3, so AB in this case will be 3 minus 2, 3 minus 1, power 2, plus 3 minus 2, power 2. 3 minus 1, x minus x, and 3 minus 2, y minus y. Finished? 3 minus 1 power 2 equals 2 power 2 equals 4. And 3 minus 1 minus 2 power 2 equals 1 power 2 equals 1. So this is the square root of 5. So the length of this line segment is square root of 5. Finished. The second rule and the last rule in this lesson, it will be how to find the coordinates of the midpoint. How to find, if I have A equals 1 and 2, B equals 3 and 3, what will be the coordinates of the midpoint of AB? The point which is in the middle. The point in the middle between A and B. So the midpoint will be the coordinates of the midpoint, x1 plus x2 over 2, and y1 plus y2 over 2. The coordinates of the midpoint will be x1 plus x2 over 2 and y plus y over 2. So to calculate the coordinates of the midpoint of M of AB, it will be 1 plus 3 over 2 x plus x and 2 plus 3 over 2. 4 divided 2 equals 2 and 5 divided 2 equals 2.5. So the coordinates of the midpoint will be 2 and 2 and 5. 28.8 in page number 200, in page number 331 is homework. 28.7, 28.7 in 330 is homework. And 28.6, 28.6 in page number 328. This is your homework. Your homework is 28.6, 28.7, and 28.8. You can find direct questions, so you should to solve it. Thank you and see you tomorrow, inshallah, and goodbye.